Hello everyone. Let us continue learning C language. This is part 2 of patterns. In our previous video, we talked about how to blueprint the whole patterns question, and we also have a simple minimalistic code which could print the pattern, that is the 4 basic patterns with a minimalistic change, and we also derived 4 conditions which will help us to print the primary 4 patterns. Let us proceed from that point. The next, first and foremost thing we have to learn is how to join the patterns. Now, joining the pattern can occur in 3 different styles, and those 3 different styles are along the rows, along the column, and along the diagonal. Now, assuming we have 2 different shapes, one is the first pattern, the other one is this pattern. When I want to have a shape of this sort, these 2 are the primary patterns which I would join along the row to achieve this pattern. That is, break this pattern along the row, you will receive 2 known patterns. To furthermore, to your surprise, if this is the star pattern which you want to print, which is none of the matrix we have seen so far, break it along the column, and you can observe these 2 shapes as primary shapes to print this pattern, and we very well know these shapes already. That is one reason why I told you these are primitive shapes for us. Now, using the 4 shapes which we had already, that is shape number 1, 2, 3, and 4, we can combine and arrive at any different shape we wanted. Either the inverted mountain, which again achieved, a valley kind of structure is again achieved at ease. Okay. Now let us talk about the 2 different joints which is present here. This joint is joining along the row. Okay. Horizontal joint. And this kind of joint here, all these 3 joints are vertical joints. Now, out of these 2, I would say horizontal is much easier. The reason why, because when you start printing the pattern, you print the first pattern completely without an interruption. Only then we start with the second pattern, because the writing goes from left to right and top to bottom. So you print the first pattern completely, only then you start with the second pattern. But when you talk about the other shape, this shape, you have to print both the patterns simultaneously as you print from left to right. Okay. For this joint, the horizontal joint, let us have the solution first. Let us print the top part alone first. Okay. For the top part, I want you to give the conditions in the comment section below. What is the condition which I have to use for this shape? For this shape, what is the condition that I should use? It is I greater than equal to j. Okay, it is I greater than equal to j. I'll save this. I'll clear the whole old screen. I'll compile and run this with an input of 5. It prints the first pattern for me. And I have to print the second pattern at the bottom of this after this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy the whole for loop. Okay, the whole for loop from I to j. I'm going to copy it, paste it one more time. In the second condition, second part, I'm going to change only the condition. The condition for this shape, I'm going to give the condition for this shape. The condition is I plus j less than equal to n minus 1. I'm going to save this, clear the screen, compile, run with an input of 5. We have almost achieved the shape. There is a bit of correction we have to do. What is that correction you see here? The middle 2 rows have equal number of stars, and it should not be 2 rows, it should be only 1 row. So what is the change I can do here is nothing, but there are 2 set of loops I have here, and whenever I have 2 loops, after this I loop, I'm starting one more I loop. So the second starting loop, the loop whichever starts second, okay, should start with 1. So which means I'm skipping the 0th row in the second pattern. I'll clear the screen, compile, run again. With an input of 5, you could see the shape is achieved. Now with this, you change any condition you want here. We are printing a new pattern every day. Okay. Instead of greater than, so lesser, greater than, I'll give lesser than. Here instead of lesser than, I'll give greater than. So my whole new pattern is changed. I'm printing the opposite of it. If you want to change orders of this, I'll take this condition to the top and I'll bring this condition to the bottom. Compile, run with input of 5. I'm printing another different pattern here. Now this will make you understand how joining can happen horizontally. Hope this is clear. Let us quickly jump on to the next kind of join, that is vertical join. Now the difficult part about vertical join is nothing but both the patterns should be printed parallelly. So when I said parallelly, both the patterns share a same I loop, where I represent rows. Since it is printed parallelly, both the patterns will share a same common I loop. So in that case, I should only copy this for loop, J for loop, and I should print it one more time, and that should happen before the new line character. So you have two J loops before printing a new line inside a single I loop. Okay. The first J loop represents the first pattern, and second J loop represents the second pattern. Now let's get to the shapes and identify the patterns which I have to use, the conditions. And for this shape, this is first and this will be second. This is the first half and this is the second half. The first half condition is I plus j greater than or equal to n minus 1. Second half is nothing but I greater than or equal to j. Let's correctly use it. I'll save this file. I'll compile, I'll run it. The input of 5. You could see the output. Here again, it needs a bit of correction. What is it correction? The middle two columns, there should be only one column. As I told you earlier, the second starting loop, the loop whichever starts second should start with 1. The second J loop, okay? I'll clear the screen. Compile, run 5. Yes, the shape is ready. Now you change the order of the shape. You can derive any number, n number of shapes with vertical and horizontal joins. So I'll save this file. I'll compile, run 5. You have a new pattern. Make this lesser than as greater than as lesser than. And here greater than as lesser than again. We are getting a new pattern again. I hope this is easy and very simple for you people to understand. We are done with two types of joins as of now, vertical and horizontal joins. There is another kind of special join which I want you to make note of, that is called as diagonal join. And the diagonal join is pretty simple. It happens along the diagonal. And for that, one set of for I loop and J loop is sufficient to print the whole pattern. Let's clear the second J loop here. The diagonal join is much simpler. In the if condition block, we are printing stars, right? In the else block, we are usually printing spaces. If we print any other shapes in place, in the place of condition, I'm printing star. In the else block, instead of printing spaces, I'm printing another new pattern over that. Okay. So this is called as your diagonal join. So diagonal join will be much more interesting once when we start talking about number patterns. Okay. Now until then, be very clear about all three types of joins, the vertical, horizontal and diagonal joins, and also be so sure about the 4 pattern conditions we have discussed so far. And those are I plus j less than or equal to n minus 1, I plus j greater than or equal to n minus 1, I less than or equal to j, and I greater than or equal to j. These 4 are the corresponding shapes for the pattern, and please do be sure about it. See you in the next video.